Good morning, Britain. Don't blow it. Packed beaches and parks across the country as temperatures soar, but a stark warning from the Health Secretary not to break coronavirus rules in the face of a rise in infections. Breaking his silence, the Archbishop of Canterbury rejects the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's claim that he married them at a secret ceremony 3 days before their Windsor Castle wedding. Hoping for a summer getaway. Should Brits be allowed to go abroad this year? The boss of Ryanair thinks so, of course. He joins us after 8. And from La La Land to London, the Oscars are coming. Hollywood's biggest night right here in the UK. Richard has all the details.
After the third warmest March day we have ever recorded yesterday, it could be even warmer today. Make the very most of that if you enjoy it, because it's set to turn colder for all of us as we head into the Easter weekend. All the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Wednesday, 31st of March 2021. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Ranvir Singh.
Very good morning to you. It's 6 o'clock. We're with you all the way through until 9. It's me with Miss Reid this morning from 6:30. How jolly. But first to our top story this morning. Police have warned people to stick to coronavirus rules after thousands. Right, well, gorgeous weather, of course, yesterday, with its own consequences, as we've spoken about in the bulletin so far. Let's take a look at what else is in store. Here's Laura.
Good morning. Yeah, it was incredible, but I'm going to talk about heat of a different kind first, Ranvir. Volcanoes. I've been talking about the eruption in Mount Etna in Iceland, but this is Guatemala. They have an active volcano. It's been active for 50 days now, and they have a huge stretch of lava that has been growing at a rate of 40 to 50 metres per day. It's now 1.5 kilometres away, 1.5 miles away from the volcano, and the nearest town is a mile away. So they're really worried about this continued activity, and it's slowly creeping. I say slowly creeping. 40 or 50 metres a day is incredible. It's completely destroyed avocado plantations and also coffee plantations as well. So that is one to watch. I'll be watching through the next few days. But let's get on to that heat, because yesterday in the UK, it was 24.5 degrees Celsius at Kew. That makes it the warmest day of the year so far. England, Wales, Northern Ireland also had their warmest days of the year so far. But here, the warmest day we've had for 53 years and the third warmest March day we have ever recorded. And it could be warmer still today. A southerly flow brings 24, maybe 25 degrees. That would make it the joint second warmest. But a huge change as we head into the weekend. The wind direction flips 180, right coming from the north, and that means our temperatures are set to plunge. So the outlook for today for many of us still is dry, fine, sunny and warm. Still rain across the northwest of Scotland. It slowly eases as we head through the day. Patchy rain for Northern Ireland, but elsewhere some mist and fog first thing, a chilly start as well, but it will soon warm up. High teens, low to mid-20s yet again. That rain in the north eases, and behind this is where the cold air is set to move in. So if you've enjoyed that sunshine and warmth, make the very most of it, because around here it is set to turn a lot colder.
Thanks so much, Laura. Good morning, Britain, here with you all the way through until 9 o'clock. Susanna's joining me from 6:30. A landmark review has found the UK is not institutionally racist and is, in fact, a model to the world on diversity, but there is obviously lots of work still to be done in other areas. We speak to the man behind the report in a few moments, and Richard Arnold's got details of how the Oscars are, in fact, coming to London. First, let's get the news, travel and the weather where you are. Right, let's take a look at the front pages for you. Thank you so much.
Cheers,
right,
mate.
coming up, Susanna's here with me in a moment for the rest of the show. The Archbishop of Canterbury has broken his silence on the real date of Harry and Meghan's wedding. Plus, we'll be joined by the Housing Secretary, Robert Jenrick, after 8.
Wow, everyone! It's lightning! Proud sponsors of Good Morning Britain National Weather. Boxed boilers.
Good morning to you. If you were lucky enough to have the sunshine yesterday, it felt amazing. 24.5 degrees Celsius. That made it the third warmest March day that we have ever recorded. And with a southerly flow today, we could get to 24, maybe 25 degrees. It could again be even warmer. That would make it the second warmest day, March day, that the UK has ever seen. But this is the scene that will greet us by the weekend. A dramatic drop in temperature, over 10, maybe 15 degrees drop for some of us. So make the most of this warmth while it lasts. But the outlook for today is lots of fine weather to be enjoyed, plenty of sunshine, but there is still rain in the north. Rain for Scotland and for Northern Ireland. It slowly starts to ease, but it's behind this. The transition to cold rain will arrive later. To the south of it, we stick with the warmth and the sunshine. Many mist and fog this morning will clear away, and temperatures high teens, low 20s. But it's worth pointing out, UV levels moderate, don't forget that sun cream, and pollen levels will be high. So that is something worth bearing in mind. Now, the outlook for the next 7 days changes fairly dramatically. So for Scotland, Northern Ireland and the far north of England, this is where our trend really comes into play, because average temperature line around about 9. Look how the temperatures are high. And look at this dramatic drop by the weekend. 4-5 degrees, our top temperature. Percentage chance of rainfall and their weather symbols actually play a really important part, because, yes, there is a lot of dry weather around. The rain that we've got for the last few days slowly starts to ease. Lots of dry weather to the end of the working week. But it increases as we head through Easter Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, and the symbols there are sleet. So we are looking at sleet and snow for Easter Sunday and for Easter Monday. Fortunes further south for England and Wales. Again, a similar story. Warm, mild for the next few days, turning cooler and then cold as we head into the Easter weekend. When you're doing those outdoor meets, you will need to wrap up. We've got our marquee on order. And then we head through the next few days. Percentage chance of rainfall is low. It does climb, though, as we head into the Easter weekend. And again, yes, the chance of sleet and snow.
For the weather where you are in detail, go to itv.com/weather.
Good morning, Britain. Don't blow it. Thousands pack beaches and parks across the country as temperatures soar. But a stark warning from the Health Secretary not to break coronavirus rules, or we'll face a rise in infections.
A model to the world, Britain is not institutionally racist, according to a landmark report in the wake of the Black Lives Matter protests, but it warns some communities continue to be haunted by historic racism, creating a deep mistrust.
Are you hoping for a summer getaway? Should Brits be allowed to fly abroad this year? Well, funnily enough, the boss of Ryanair thinks so, and he'll join us after 8.
And last time he was on, he called me dreadful. Thanks for making me read this out. Acid-tongued Judge Craig, although he was actually lovely to me behind the scenes, is with us this morning to reveal what we can expect from Strictly this year. The tours are back on, which is exciting.
Yes.
Wednesday, 31st of March, 2021. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid and Ranvir Singh.
Did he call me dreadful, Susanna?
No, he didn't.
No.
I don't know who wrote that. It's very mischievous, because actually I think what he said was that you were hard done by with the jive. So that clears that up.
Well, for now. Yes. Famous last words.
6:46 still to come. The Shadow Foreign Secretary Lisa Nandy joins us next. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV.
Right, 6:50, Lisa Nandy's on the way to talk to us about all things politics. Time for competition, though, first, and a chance to win a mini, £50,000 and some holiday money. Here's Andy. Let's take a look at the weather. What? Yes. What? Is it the weather?
Yes, it's time for the weather.
I heard a small and I reacted.
We predict showers. Warm showers. Do see. Proud sponsors of Good Morning Britain National Weather. Boxed boilers.
Yes, give the people what they want. And it was the warmth and the sunshine. But just for one more day only. Yesterday's top temperature was 24.5 degrees Celsius. It made it the third warmest March day that the UK has ever recorded. And we could potentially get to 25 degrees today. And if we do, that would make it the joint second warmest that we have ever recorded. But regardless of that, temperatures were way above average. It is set to change, and that is down to our wind direction. So at the moment, air is coming up from the south. Warm air coming up from the near continent. Slowly but surely, we'll start to see that flipping to a northerly direction. Colder weather making its way in from the north, a huge drop in our temperatures as we head through the next few days. And into the Easter weekend, this Arctic blast will bring sub-zero temperatures and, yes, even the return of some snow. But for today, lots of warmth, lots of sunshine around. Temperatures high as we start this morning, 10, 11 degrees already first thing. By this afternoon, top temperatures could be up to 25 degrees in the sunshine, cooler and cloudier with the cloud and rain in the northwest of Scotland.
For the weather where you are in detail, go to itv.com/weather.
Wednesday, 31st of March, 2021. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid and Ranvir Singh.
Good morning, Britain. It's just gone 7 o'clock.
Our main news this morning, police have warned people to stick to coronavirus rules after thousands flocked to beaches and beauty spots.
Steve's still ahead on Good Morning Britain. He has got a reputation for being the harshest judge on Strictly. We have both been on the receiving end of his comments.
I bet it was lovely to you, though, was he?
It was lovely to you. He's also been critical of both of us.
Well, there we go.
Craig Revel-Horwood joins us after 8 o'clock this morning.
Let's get the news, travel and weather where you are first.
See you in a moment.
At 18 minutes past 7, still to come on the programme, it's the image that went around the world. A woman arrested at a vigil for Sarah Everard. Now, though, a review into the police's handling of that event has found officers, indeed, they believe, acted appropriately. We're discussing that in half an hour. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV.
Let's have a look at the front pages this morning. The Times leading on that.
Right, still to come, lockdown-weary Brits have flocked to parks and beaches on the hottest day of the year so far. Will it derail our road out of lockdown? We're discussing that after 8. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. Well, it looks like it's going to be another lovely day, Susanna.
In fact, it's so lovely that Laura has escaped the studio and is taking advantage of the fact that we can all enjoy some time outside.
But look, she has no friends.
But that's the definition of social distancing.
A man was about to sit down and have his breakfast and we kindly asked him to move on.
Oh, dear. Not very collegiate of you.
This is the first time I've been outside the whole time that we've been here, the iconic television centre. There's cherry blossom, magnolia. I feel so excited in this little outdoor studio, well, this big outdoor studio. But yes, the rumours are true. Fine sunny weather continues today. The other rumour is true. Cold weather and snow on the way for the Easter weekend.
We're about to see a warm front moving in, or, in this instance, a warm bottom. Proud sponsors of Good Morning Britain National Weather, Boxed Boilers.
Talking of cherry blossoms, they have been beautiful, budding up around the UK, but in Japan, Kyoto in particular, the cherry blossoms have been out in full bloom. They are world-renowned, and the bloom here in their fullest is the earliest it's been in the 1,200-year history that they have been recording them. So they have a spectacular scene there much earlier than they have ever had before. Now, if you are heading out in the sunshine today, let me tell you, it is set to potentially be warmer than it was yesterday. Blue skies and sunshine, the name of the game, but not for all of us. We still, for Scotland and Northern Ireland, have cloudy skies, outbreaks of rain, heaviest across the northwest, but thankfully, after days of rain, it will start to ease. But elsewhere, England and Wales, beautiful sunshine takes us through the day after any mist and fog clears away. And we could get to 25 degrees. And if we do, that'll make it the second joint warmest March day we have ever recorded. Tomorrow tomorrow, while there's still sunshine in the south, cloudier skies move in, a noticeable cooler feel, but much, much colder into the Easter weekend.
For the weather where you are in detail, go to itv.com/weather.
Laura, thanks very much indeed. Now, obviously, we're all thrilled that the Ever Given has finally been moved.
Yeah, the other thing on everyone's lips this morning is really the weather, isn't it? Because actually...
We can all smile about that.
We can all smile about that,
And
Laura.
Laura's gone outside.
We can have 2 days exactly the same, thank you.
Wow, everyone! It's lightning! Proud sponsors of Good Morning Britain National Weather. Boxed boilers.
Well, yesterday and today are pretty much the same, but I bring you the weather this morning outside Television Centre, surrounded by stunning cherry blossom trees and magnolia. They're in full bloom at the moment. And if you are planning on getting out picnicking or barbecuing today, it is much like yesterday. Dry, sunny, fine for much of England and Wales, but the radar still picks up rain for Scotland and Northern Ireland. Not as heavy as yesterday. It's to the north of that the cold air lurks, changing things into the weekend. But for today, beautiful sunshine for much of England, Wales, southern Scotland, and top temperatures climbing high teens, mid-20s. If we get to 25, that'll be warmer than yesterday, and it'd make it our joint second warmest March day ever recorded.
For the weather where you are in detail, go to itv.com/weather.
Wednesday, 31st of March, 2021. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna, Reid and Ranvir, Singh.
Good morning, Britain. It's just gone 8 o'clock. Here are the headlines.
Police have warned people to stick to coronavirus rules after thousands flock to beaches and beauty spots on the hottest day in March for more than half a century, with temperatures expected to soar again today. Tourism bosses are urging people not to gather in large numbers.
Yeah, here in Nottingham, they've had real problems over the last couple of days with large groups of people gathering in their park, seemingly ignoring the social distancing rules and guidelines. Here, people described it as a real sort of festival atmosphere last night and yesterday afternoon as well, with up to 800 people here reportedly, and the police had to move and disperse people from another park in this area as well. The weather, it seems, just too tempting for many.
Britain is not institutionally racist, according to a landmark report commissioned by the government in the wake of the Black Lives Matter protests, but it does say that overt discrimination still persists, especially online.
Well, the report says that issues surrounding race and racism are now less important when it comes to disparities in the country, and that social class and family structures need to be looked at as well. Earlier on the programme, though, Labour's Lisa Nandy, the Shadow Foreign Secretary, said that the positive headlines around this report belie the real-life experience of so many.
At a time when black Caribbean children are 3.5 more times likely to be excluded from school than their white counterparts, when black children are 4 times more likely to be arrested, we have got a problem and we've got to deal with it. We shouldn't seek to downplay structural racism, we should seek to take it on and deal with it.
The Archbishop of Canterbury insists he did not marry Prince Harry and Meghan 3 days before the royal wedding, as the Duchess of Sussex claimed in her interview with Oprah Winfrey.
So, Susanna, the royal wedding that took place here in front of the royal family and watched by millions of people around the world was the only official wedding between Harry and Meghan. They did not tie the knot, just the two of them in their backyard, as they claimed. The Archbishop says that the only legal ceremony took place here on the Saturday and not 3 days before, as they stated.
Jonathan, thanks so much. Ryanair's chief executive says we should prepare to travel to Europe for our summer holidays.
B-Star plan to be back and people want to go out and see everyone on stage. Thank you so much, Craig.
Good to see you, Craig.
You're a softie, really, but I know we don't want to say that, really. It doesn't suit your brand.
Weird, darling.
Right, that's it from us. You're off tomorrow.
I am. I'm off for a little break.
You are.
Easter.
A well-earned one, might we say. Lorraine is here next.